Hey, how's it going, guys? Mr. Boss for the win here, and in today's Grand Theft Auto 5 video, I'm going to be talking to you guys about some brand new hidden details, secret features, tips, tricks, glitches, and things you might not have known about here in Grand Theft Auto Online. So we've got a lot to discuss today, so let's not waste any more time, and let's jump straight into this. The first thing we're going to be doing today is 3 really fun glitches that you guys can do with your friends or just troll other people here in Grand Theft Auto Online. The first one is going to be a really cool BMX glitch that actually looks like you're riding like sideways. It's really trippy. So this can be done, and I'm guessing a multitude of locations, but for this, I found that it worked best once again at the Los Santos River, because what you're going to want to do is drive up a flat wall, like a 90-degree angle. And while you're doing that, you want to turn your bike either to the left or the right so that you're sideways. Now, if you were to land normally on the ground, you would definitely fall over, but since we're landing on this incline, the game has some like weird reaction that allows you to pedal pretty quickly while you're completely sideways. Like in any normal situation, you'd obviously fall off because your bike and your character are sideways, they're going through the ground, but it's actually really cool. So it might take you a couple tries to get used to this, because for me, it was kind of awkward to like purposely land on my side. You're really trained with all the races you do to try and land straight up. But in this regard, once you get it down, you can actually go for a long time, and it looks really cool. So imagine calling one of your friends over and just saying, hey, look at this pretty cool BMX trick I'm doing. Look at me, I'm driving sideways or I'm riding sideways. So that right there is pretty awesome, and it's super fun. And what would be really cool is if you got like 10 or 11 of your friends together and you all did this at once. How cool would that be to just like see a little army of BMX people riding sideways going down the Los Santos River? However, that is glitch number 1. Let's move on to glitch number 2, and this is going to take place at the Los Santos Pier, or the Del Perro Pier. So what you're going to want to do is go all the way down to the end, kind of where the fisherman points are, and you'll notice this big staircase. Now, what you actually want to do is go up to the 5th stair. Now, don't just guess or generalize here. You want to count the number of stairs. You want to go to the 5th one. That's going to be what's important here. And then what you're going to want to do is push forward and dive, or hitting X or whatever button that is, at the same time. And what's going to happen is you're going to get the diving animation, but your character won't make it into the water. He's actually going to get stuck on the pier itself, which leads to a pretty funny reaction. Your character's head gets stuck inside of the wooden pier too, which is really funny. And you could do something like this with your friends. You could have a really good time with that. You could freak out some other people, but also it's just kind of fun to do. I showed you guys a couple weeks ago how you could use the interactive feature to kind of like do like a weird dive. You could almost combine that and get like the best of both worlds here. So that right there is really awesome. A really fun diving glitch that you can do here in Grand Theft Auto Online at the Del Perro Pier. At the number 3 spot today, I'm going to be showing you guys a pretty cool launch glitch that can be done at the Life Invader building. So I'm not sure what vehicle you're going to need here. All I know is it needs to be a motorcycle. I use the Shotaro for this, but I'm sure other bikes will work just fine. Now at the Life Invader building, there's this like arm that stops vehicles from coming through. What you want to do is actually break that, and then you'll notice what's left is about a foot of that arm that's supposed to come down. And if you drive your motorcycle into that, now it won't happen every time, there's a chance you could get launched sky high in the air. So you can see some of the times I'm doing it right now, the bike like wants to glitch out, it wants to kind of like go sent straight up into the sky, and about 1 every 5 or 6 times it will send you absolutely flying, and you will go straight to the sky with this glitch. So it's really cool, especially at night, because like if you're using the Shotaro here, you'll just be like a glowing mass that's in the sky. And what's pretty cool is it happens instantaneously. When you do this glitch, you're instantaneously sent up, and if you're able to stay on your bike, you can pretty much easily land all the time, which means you'll be able to come back down and do it over and over again. So I'm not sure if this works on other locations, but I do know it works right here. So that right there is pretty cool and a nice little fun launch glitch. So I saw a video the other day from Pyrealm Gaming, and it was how far can a sniper rifle actually shoot? And I was pretty interested in this, and the results that he found are pretty crazy. So in his example and in his video, he used the Maze Bank building as the starting point, and he had one of his friends go as far as he could could until he couldn't realize that he was shooting him anymore. So this is the distance right here. Now, I know this isn't like an exact measurement. There's not like any feet or meters that I can tell you guys, but from the Maze Bank building, this is exactly how far you can shoot someone with a sniper rifle. It's right out in front of the Los Santos International Airport, Los Santos Custom Shop. Now, I won't say that it will be the easiest to hit someone from that distance, but at least at a minimum, your bullet will register. So two things here. Obviously, the snipers do not have unlimited range. Snipers in real life have much farther range than that. Now, obviously, you have to be way more of an expert and a marksman to use something like that, but in Grand Theft Auto Online, they are much more limited. In fact, a lot of the weapons in the game, like the miniguns, obviously the RPGs, they won't just go on forever like they might in real life or something like that. They are eventually just going to hit the sky and explode, or there'll come a point like the sniper rifle where the bullet just won't travel anymore and it won't inflict damage on the target. But from the top of the Maze Bank building to basically the Los Santos Custom Shop is where you're going to be getting your target range for how far a sniper rifle can go in Grand Theft Auto Online. So not that you'll ever probably be in a situation where you'll try and hit someone that far away, but just in case you are, kind of gives you a good idea of what the range is. Now, in my video the other day when I was talking about some of the best items to own in Grand Theft Auto Online, a lot of people were saying, Mr. Boss, why didn't you include the homing missile on that list? Well, for a couple reasons, and that's prompted me to make this topic right here, and that is how to avoid the homing missiles and their weaknesses behind them. So the homing missiles and missiles that lock on in general are pretty great in a straight line. They're also pretty fast. However, their one weakness is their inability to turn sharply, and that's why you see the homing launcher not really that effective against people in jets and hydras, because if you want to avoid missiles, the only thing you have to do is swiftly turn to the left or the right. So my strategy here is whenever I hear like the beeping noise, like I'm getting locked on, I'll immediately bolt to the left or the right, because the homing missile doesn't have the ability to keep up with you turning. In a straight line, absolutely, and eventually it will run out, which is where faster jets can outrun them too. But if you do swift and sharp turns whenever you hear the lock-on notification, you're likely never going to get killed by a homing launcher again. It's really the one weakness of them. Now, this is much more difficult in a bigger plane or a helicopter, so you are still kind of a sitting duck when it comes to that. But for the two primary militarized jets and other fast vehicles that you might have in the game, swiftly going to the left or the right is the best way to go. Trying to outrun them or just go faster than them probably won't work, and you'll probably end up dead on the ground. Up next, another rumor that I've been seeing going around lately is that vehicles are faster without their doors, and that to me is pretty crazy. Now, I know that would make sense in real life. So for example here, I'm using the trophy truck as an example. If you were to remove all the doors and all the extra like paneling on this car, yes, theoretically it would be quicker. It would be lighter, and the engine, even though you probably weren't adding any power to it, would be able to do more because it weighs less. However, in Grand Theft Auto Online, that's not the case. Removing doors or attachments or things by, destroying the vehicle like I'm doing right now simply does not make the vehicle any faster. I don't know where this rumor started, and I'm not sure why that would make sense, especially in races when you would be using these vehicles. How would you get the doors off anyways? I'm really not too sure, but either way, I thought that was pretty interesting nonetheless. So I have known about this for a good bit, but I didn't know how many other people knew about it. I saw it on my friend Saints Fans video the other day. You can actually shoot a pretty cool thing inside of the stores, inside of the convenience stores. It's like gumballs that go flying everywhere, giant pieces of candy. So you need to look out for this. You can actually shoot a couple of these things inside of the stores, and then giant like balls of colorful candy will go everywhere, which is actually kind of cool because you can use this to create some neat snapmatics or effects or something like that. Now, I'm not entirely too sure how you would do that outside of a store like this, but either way, this prop is pretty cool, adds a nice colorful explosion to whatever you're doing here in the game. So that right there is pretty awesome, and I think they're available in most of the convenience stores, if not all of them. And last but not least today, we finally have an answer to why certain players were getting special discounts and why some players were getting others. So thanks to FunMW2 and another user DCX2202, he has confirmed that it looks like people with special discounts are determined by tiers by Rockstar. So I have no idea what these tiers are or what exactly they mean, but now Rockstar is determining who gets a discount based off of a certain tier. Like I said, we don't exactly know what that is. We don't know if it's rank or how much money you have or how much time you've spent in the game or what vehicle you own. I'm really not entirely too sure. And it's weird because each discounts are wildly different. One of these was like biker stuff and the adder. The other one was like bikes and a couple other crazy fast cars. So I'm not entirely too sure. To me, that's a little confusing. I wish Rockstar would offer a little bit more clarity there. Maybe it is random. Maybe it's just one player gets this one, another player gets that one, and that's it. But now at least we know how Rockstar does it, and it'll be interesting to see going forward what some of the other discounts and bonuses are as well. It kind of makes me wish we had the option to choose, like if Rockstar said you could either have option A or B for this 2-week event, which one do you want? And then the player could choose. I wish it was that instead of random, but I guess it's not really that big of a deal. But that's all the information I have for you guys in this video today. Some new tips and tricks, glitches, hidden details, secret features, and things you might not have known about here in Grand Theft Auto Online. If you guys did go on to enjoy this video, though, a like rating would, of course, be awesome. And also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you are new or you like daily GTA 5 videos like this. With all the way, guys, like I said, thanks so much for watching. Take care, and I'll see you guys in the next video.